always get fired. But my first favorite Kobe moment, I'll go and say we rewinded back to 2000 for the one time. You know, shout out to 99 in 2000. When we were playing the Pacers in the finals against Reggie Miller and his Pacers, and Game 4 comes around. Shaq fouls out, and you know, up until then it was the whole Kobe couldn't do it without Shaq time, and Shaq fouled out. Game goes into overtime. Overtime is all Kobe. He takes over, wins the game for us, and if we wouldn't have won that Game 4, there's a possibility that, you know, the series could have switched, and you never know what could have happened. But he took over and made sure we solidified Game 4, and we end up winning that series in 5 games. So, Mamba, what's up, baby? Mom, I throw a couple more Kobe moments out there.
Go ahead.
You know, when Kobe dunked on Dirk in 2005, that was one of my favorites. In 2005, when he put Dirk on the poster, that was a great Kobe moment in 2005. Then also 2006 when he put up 62 in 3 quarters and outscored the Mavericks team by himself. That again was another. You know, at the end if you look at the end of the third quarter, Kobe had 62 points and the whole Mavericks team by themselves have 61. So that was another one of my favorite moments. And I got a couple more on mine. Tim Duncan has felt the wrath, and he's done. And no, seriously, look, if you look, can I please finish, please? If you look seriously, Kobe has dunked on Tim Duncan more than he's dunked on any other. He's dunked on Tim Duncan 5 times in his career, single-handedly 5 times. He's dunked. That's the most he's dunked on any single player in the league. If you look, Tim Duncan's on 5 Kobe posters. He's on 5. Number 8 and number 24, he has them all on posters. We've beaten them in the playoffs a good number of times. Y'all got us in, I believe y'all beat us in 99, and y'all beat us 3 times. We beat y'all 4. I apologize. Y'all beat us 99, y'all beat us 03, and then y'all beat us again in 2012. Kobe didn't play in 2013. Kobe didn't play them. That's another story for another day. But we have handed y'all, you know what I'm saying, that backside a good number of times, so it's nothing. Kobe, we have nothing else to prove to nobody in this world. Anybody else at the moment? Yeah. In the words of good old Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. I just want to throw that out there real quick. For the college football preview, honestly, it's biased, but I'm being as objective as I can when I say this. It's gonna come off as biased, but I promise I'm being as objective as I can. It partially is, but this is mostly objective. The Michigan Wolverines will be your 2000 will win the next national championship in football. Let me tell you why.
Who?
What Michigan Wolverines? We're gonna win the next one. Can you please not stop?
It's really biased.
That's not biased. Let me tell you why. For one,
where you from, bro?
Can you? I interrupt you?
I'm sorry.
Okay, come on, Michigan. Let's go with this.
Okay, we're going to win a national championship. I'm just tell you quickly why. For one, we have the most versatile player in college football. He goes by the name of Jabril Peppers. The most versatile player in college football, for one. He's also a Heisman candidate. Again, will be a defensive player up for the Heisman again this year. He will finish in the top 5. You can mark me to that. Also, we have 3 quarterbacks who could start for just about any other team. Not any other team, but for the majority of teams in college football. Yes, we have 3 that are slated. We're trying to figure out which one's going to start. We have probably the best coach in college, football right now.
Are you sure about that?
Did I interrupt you?
Okay.
We have the best coach in college football right now.
He goes by. Sworn it was Nick Saban. Okay.
I don't interrupt nobody, but y'all interrupt me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He goes by the name of Jim Harbaugh. We have a new defensive coordinator by the name of Don Brown coming straight from Boston College. And if y'all look, Boston College had the best defensive stats.
They did actually have a very good defense.
Yeah, that don't interrupt nobody. Oh my God. Had the best defense in college football, and he is now on our sideline coaching our defense, which is already great. We finished with the 6th best recruiting class in the nation. We also got the #1 player in the country, Rashawn Garrett. What's up, baby? And when all that accumulates and we come down to it, we're going to win a national championship this year. It's going to all fall into play. Did nobody even expect us to get the 10 wins last year? We got the 10 win, waxed Florida in the Capital One Bowl. That right there is going to compile. We're going to go ahead and win that national championship this year. Harbaugh, what's up, baby? Get it popping. Right, but I just want to say, have y'all seen the stirring of the pot and all the disruption that Jim Harbaugh has caused in the SEC just over doing football camps? Now, if he can't do simple football camp, like the NCAA, like canceled out doing the satellite camps because of Jim Harbaugh by himself.
He going hard.
Like by himself.
That's true.
Nick Saban was mad. Butch Jones, Tennessee coach, was mad.
Watch that
Florida coach, Jim McElwain, he was mad. Brett Bielema at Arkansas was mad. He had literally almost the whole SEC just pulling their hair out just for doing football camps in the South. Just off that. So with that being said, it's like, you know, if he calls it, you said what? Because why can't he come south? It's free country, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no south no more.
Recruiting is recruiting, no matter where you do
it. Ain't no Confederates and stuff no more. We all one now, baby. So I'm saying, just off that alone, and just the fact that the recruiting class is popping, we've stole the #1 player in the country from Clemson. On top of that, Rashawn Gary is about to do big things. We got, to me, the most versatile player, Jabril Peppers, and we got the #1 running back in the country came to us also. Like, our only weak spot is at linebacker, and even with that being said, we moved Jabril Peppers to linebacker, and he played corner safety. He played corner safety, linebacker. He played dog. He played running back. He played quarterback, and he played. Like, there's nothing he can't do. We gonna win the national championship. Let's get it popping, baby. Where our trophies and stuff at? You can bring it to me right now. Harbaugh, what's up, boy? What's next?
Okay.
This is gonna be a little harder. Okay? If we doing NBA championship picks, honestly, I'm gonna have to roll with the Spurs, honestly, for the championship pick. The reason I'm picking the Spurs is because Kawhi's took it up to another level this year. They still have, as Drew said earlier, the big three with Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker. They still have them.
And LaMarcus Aldridge.
And then when you add on LaMarcus Aldridge on top of that, I believe they have a better chance even than Cleveland do to beat Golden State in the final. Because for one, you got an experienced team like that. Kawhi Leonard's balling like he's just playing. We just won Defensive Player of the Year for the second time in a row. On top of that, so
he already got an MVP too.
Yeah, and then he got a Finals MVP on top of that. So I just think the way, assuming the Spurs stay healthy, I believe the Spurs will beat them I believe they will beat them in 7. I just think that the experience they have and then the size that they have will, and the fact that you got Pop on the sideline, to me, who's the best coach in the NBA. When we have him on the sideline, to me, I believe that will offset it just enough to beat Golden State's 3-point shooting. This was 2010. I was little, but my starting five we're doing today is really quick. My point guard, again, it's like Kyrie / Westbrook. I can't choose one. It's like Kyrie / I love both their games.
Westbrook is awesome.
Well, I love Kyrie games. Okay, I'll choose Kyrie. Kyrie at my point. Kyrie at my point. My 2 guard. Is Kobe retired or we using him right now? I just need to know.
You can use him. Go ahead.
Kobe at my 2. Kobe, what's up, baby? Kobe at my 2. Kobe at my 2. Kobe's at my 2. My 3, I'm actually gonna move Paul George to the 3. Paul George, to me, in my eyes, is tied for. I believe he's tied with Kawhi as the best 2-way player in the game. In my eyes, Kawhi at my 2. Anthony Davis will be my 4, and then I'll put Big Cuzzo at my 5. DeMarcus Cousins. What's up, baby? Oh, me. I was gonna choose Michigan, but since you used the college football team, I go my NFL team. Who that nation? Who that? Man, I got that flame. J. Cole put that song out for us. What's up? Who that nation? The Saints. I'm not gonna lie. We don't have all the rest of my favorite teams in sports have historic greatness. My Saints don't fit that mold, but we had our time between 2006 and probably about 2011, 12. We were one of the top teams in the league every year. We have one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game, Drew Brees, who's been setting a record year after year after year after year, and just by every statistical quarterback thing, in terms of QBR rating, in terms of completion percentage, in terms of yards, in terms of touchdowns, completions, all that. He's been setting all that, so shout out to him. We had Ricky Williams for a while, so don't forget where he started at. So we did have Ricky for a while before we traded him, which was retarded. That's another story for another day. We had one of the most underrated running backs of our era in terms of Deuce McAllister. Deuce McAllister was consistent every year, and he played in there. We had players like Joe Horn, Marcus Colston. He was, one of the underrated receivers while he was in his prime, even though we just let him go, which I hate. But, we've been consistent, and shout out to, the couple Hall of Famers we got. Drew Brees is next. Sean Payton's a great coach, and he's been doing it for a while. So, who that nation?
Okay. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Rundown. I'm Sharice Black.
Oh, I'm Julian McKinney.
Joshua Walden.
I'm Marvell Wade, but we about to keep talking about Kobe for a quick second, though. Do y'all, let's take it back. Let's take this.
Nah,
You can't take it back for a second. Let's take it back 2000. What year? Just name a year, and I'll tell you
Let's
something
talk
great
about
that happened.
Mike.
All right, let's talk.
Actually, hold on. No, I got one.
Let's talk about 99.
I got one.
We
real
won the
quick.
championship. Let's talk about 2000.
Marvell don't do it.
Nobody cares. I got
Let's talk
one.
about 2003.
Because I gave favorite moments from each of you guys' teams.
Don't do it.
Now I'm going to
Don't do
favorite moments from the Bulls. Okay, let's take it back to '98, baby.
Okay.
98, Kobe's second year in the league. He's still coming off the bench at this point in time. This is before he became the first reserve to ever make the All-Star game.
Okay.
On top of that, we playing the Bulls. I can't remember which month
You
it was,
talking
but it
about
was
Kobe,
before.
me talking about Alabama.
Like I said, it was before the All-Star game, before his first ever All-Star game. Kobe comes off the bench, drops 33 on Mike in his prime, because Mike was really never out of his prime and left out the Wizards.
He dropped
33 on Mike, dropped a good 33 piece on Mike, and that was their first time really matching up after Kobe. Well, not the first time matching up, but Kobe's first time. That's when he had the fro. Remember his first year, 2 years, he had the little bald shaved head. This was Froby. This is Froby we talking about here. He coming, and this is before he even had the little armband. So he out there with nothing, just crazy 8s on and a fro. So we still at the form at this point in time. We still at the form. So